O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Thursday, March 9th, 2023. Stand up for your country. Well, it's been a very busy week, as you know. I've never seen so much propaganda packed into a few days. It is just simply amazing. We are very grateful that you watch and listen to the No Spin News, and I hope you're grateful that we give you honest information without all this BS, because we're drowning in that. Corporate media is absolutely falling apart, and I think we've documented that pretty well. Now, the Talking Points memo this evening is courtesy of a viewer, John Bosch, who lives in Buffalo Grove, Illinois, writes, Bill, what was more damaging to the country, the riots of the summer of 2020 or the January 6th invasion of the Capitol? Well, that is an excellent question, John. And let me analyze it in a no-spin way. It is a split decision. So let's look at the George Floyd riots first. As far as damage to human beings, property, the image of local policing, this was a catastrophe, all right? So 7,000 people, 7,000 were injured who needed medical attention, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. 7,000. Property damage, $2 billion plus. Insurance had to pay $2 billion plus in those riots. At least 200 cities experienced them. All right? National Guard, 96,000 guards people were called out to restore order. There were an amazing amount of arrests. We can't even tabulate them all. One source, the Washington Post, not reliable, so 17,000 arrests in the 50 largest cities. I think it's a lot more than that. And then we want to know, well, how many were convicted? That stat doesn't exist because it's individual reporting and some of them don't report. However, cities like Dallas and Philadelphia dropped charges on 95% of the rioters. 95%. LA, Houston, 93%. So probably maybe a handful of protesters out of all of these people who hurt other people actually paid a price for their crimes. So this was an enormous deficit for the United States of America, the riots after the George Floyd killing. But it was underreported by the liberal corporate media because, generally speaking, the network CNN, they sympathize with the rioters. So they didn't want to really tell the folks, you, me, what was happening. They diminished it. That's true, beyond any reasonable doubt. Let's go now to the January 6th Capitol riot. This is very interesting. So this was reported poorly as well, because there were a number of things happening all at once. There were violent protesters, you see them right there, and plenty of them, by the way, plenty of them. And then there were peaceful protesters who followed the violent protesters inside the Capitol building, trespassing. Okay, they were not allowed to be there. Everybody should understand that anybody who went on the Capitol grounds, went into the building, violated the law, federal law. And you can see the police were confronted. And that must have been a harrowing experience for the police. So, more than 1,000, and contrast this to the George Floyd riots, which weren't federal, by the way. Floyd riots were local DAs. This is federal, okay? More than 1,000 cases, more than 400 convictions so far. Most of those have pleaded guilty to a variety of charges. Now, this got enormous coverage, ongoing coverage from the corporate media, which despised the people that went to the Capitol. So the corporate media sympathized with the George Floyd protesters, but despised the Trump people who broke into the Capitol. And so the coverage was tilted that way. They call it spun. There's no doubt about it. Okay? So you didn't see peaceful people just roaming around the Capitol. You saw the footage that we just looked at. Okay. Now, the tapes that came out this week, Fox News concentrated on the peaceful people. All right. So they were spinning the riot as well, because the conservative cadres in America are sympathetic and don't like the fact that so many people got convicted in the Capitol riot. So that's it. Fox did the same thing by diminishing the riots at the Capitol that the left did by diminishing the riots after George Floyd. It's exactly the same thing. Now, it wasn't to the same extent, and that's important. All of the left-wing corporate media piled on and tried to diminish the George Floyd situation. All of it. Only one news outlet, and not everybody in it, by the way, okay, tried to diminish the Capitol riot. So the ratio of coverage was crazy. So my point of view in the Talking Points memo is that none of that should have happened. That both stories should have been reported accurately, and I said that to Chris Cuomo last night on News Nation. Roll it. I'm saying that the reporting on these big stories is shoddy, okay? That people don't know how to report the stories. So, in the January 6th situation, the Fox News audience, generalizing about it, but I think it's true, didn't see it the way that the CNN audience saw it, because this is the polarization. So the Fox News commentators, some of them, try to diminish what happened on January 6th. That was not good analysis or honest reporting. You don't diminish something.
But it
as
wasn't
heinous
offsetting what CNN was doing. We weren't covering it to give an exaggerated notion of how violent it was.
I don't know why you can't understand this. CNN's coverage of the riots after George Floyd was just as bad as Fox's coverage of January 6th.
No.
Oh, come on. You got a guy standing in front of a, hold it. You got a guy standing in front of a building on fire that looks into the camera with a microphone and goes, hey, it's mostly peaceful out here. Come on. Okay. So what I'm saying is true. Some people will be offended because they don't feel that the Capitol riot was that bad. It was that bad. All right? And because it made the United States look like a third world country all over the world. It made it look like that we, the people, don't respect, all right, our system of governance. So we have to storm the Capitol. And when historians chronicle our age here, the George Floyd riots are not going to get into the history books, but the Capitol riot will. Okay, it will, because that was so stunning and had never happened before that it elevated itself up. But as far as the human toll, obviously the George Floyd riots were much worse. So it's a duality here. There are a number of things going on. And in order to be honest, a good reporter and a good analyst, you have to point out all of the things. You can't just ignore the casualties after George Floyd. You can't just ignore that, yes, there were peaceful demonstrators inside the Capitol, but there was a hell of a lot of them were violent. You can't downplay that. That's not honest. So, I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to cover a story. I know how to analyze a story. And that's why you're here, because I'm going to tell you the truth as I see it, back it up with facts. And if it offends, it offends. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. I want to tell you about Ghostbed. Ghostbed has been designing high-quality sleep products for more than 2 decades with more than 50,000 positive customer reviews. Wow. Ghostbed has luxury mattresses and premium sheets that get softer with every wash. Their mattresses have a cooling feature. Each is made with their signature Ghost Ice fabric, perfect for hot sleepers. Get fast and free shipping, plus a 101-night sleep trial with free returns. Trying their mattress is truly risk-free. So please go online, take their quiz to find out the ideal mattress for your sleeping style. Get 30% off Ghostbed mattresses plus 2 free luxury pillows, or get 40% off when you bundle a mattress with their award-winning adjustable base. Use promo code BILL at ghostbed.com/bill to take advantage of this fabulous offer. That's ghostbed.com/bill, promo code BILL. Let's go to the mail. John, concierge member. John, thank you. Why can't someone cut through the bull and say that the cause of any illegal entry to the Capitol on January 6th was failure to provide adequate police protection? No. Okay? The police were caught by surprise. They should not have been. There were enough warnings that the Capitol Police should have known this was coming. You are correct. That wasn't the cause. The cause was a number of demonstrators wanting to siege the Capitol of the United States in an illegal manner. That was the cause. Lena, O'Reilly says with 40,000 hours of video boiled down to a few minutes, just about any point could be made. Isn't that what the January 6th hearings did? No, they did far worse. Those hearings ignored any exculpatory evidence, didn't even get into the security breakdown. It was a farce. Lena, they were worse, okay, than what's going on now. Donna, concierge member, Democrats and Republicans can spin and cherry pick January 6th. I've concluded January 6th was a fiasco. Absolutely. Absolutely a fiasco on almost every level. Susan, the vast majority of folks who entered the Capitol on January 6th were peaceful. The fact of the matter is that the building belongs to the citizens and they had every right to enter it, especially when invited in by the Capitol Police. All due respect, Susan, you're wrong. Number one, the Capitol was closed to visitors that day. Number two, the Capitol Police did not invite anybody in. Once the windows, barriers, and doors were breached, the order was to de-intensify. That's why you saw the Capitol Police walking around with people. They were trying to bring it down. They didn't invite them in. Okay? Number three, all of the protesters violated the law. They had no right to be there. So let's deal with the facts and put the emotions aside. Nancy, I want to know more about the killing of Ashley Babbitt. She died unarmed. Was it okay to kill her and hold no one to account? There was a federal investigation of the officer who shot and killed Miss Babbitt. The officer was cleared because the federal investigators ruled that the Capitol Police, all right, behind the barrier that was being broken down, physically broken down, were in fear of their lives, and if the demonstrators had been allowed through, had direct access into the chambers of Congress. That was the conclusion. So you can believe it or not believe it, but that's what the investigators found. Mike Callanan, Phoenix, Arizona. I do believe that January 6th was the fault of the Democratic Party. For the most part, the riot was not about what happened or anything Trump said. It was a culmination of all the corruption thrown at Trump by Schiff, Pelosi, and their gang for 4 years. Okay, but that's a rationalization. You could be angry about how Donald Trump was treated, and he was treated unfairly. There's no doubt about it. Okay, but you don't break down doors and put police at risk. That's anarchy. Jeff Alderson, Pipestone, Minnesota. Bill, do you think the drug cartels in Mexico will ever invade the Mexican resort towns? They already have. Acapulco you can't go to. Cancun's under siege. I mean, these cartels, they own a lot of these resort towns. George Floyd, Temple, Pennsylvania, premium member here. Come on, Bill. Put a little of that Kerrygold sweet cream Irish butter on your sourdough bread for St. Patrick's Day. You know, it's funny, you're right. I just did that. Somebody gave me some Irish soda bread this week, and I got the Kerrygold Irish butter, and I just put it on. You need a little butter on the soda bread. It was delicious. You know, I don't go crazy. It's not the best thing for you, but it tastes great, and I did it. All right, so we are now already reordering the Team Normal gear. This is an amazing phenomenon here. So we ordered a bunch of it, shirts, hats, mugs, bumper stickers, and we're running out. But we're going to get ahead of it, so there's not going to be any supply chain problem. All right, you'll be able to get it, but I want you to know these are hot items because spring and summer is coming up. Now, if you're a premium or concierge member, you save $7 on the shirts right off the bat. Okay, so we're, again, giving you so much discount that it'll make up for anything you pay in membership fees. So look, Team Normal versus Team Crazy. You want to be on Team Normal. That's our uniform. We hope you go in and pick up some stuff. Word of the day, do not be invidious, INVIDIOUS. I called somebody a poltroon the other day. Stop the conversation cold. I said, come on, you're being a poltroon. Poltron. It's a great word. Both invidious and poltroon. Good words. Back with the final thought in a moment. Many of you have heard me talk about how much I like GripSix. Now, GripSix makes amazing belts, socks, and wallets themselves, right here in the USA, sourcing all their wool, leather, and aluminum here in America. Because GripSix manufactures everything in the USA, they can bring you their factory seconds sale from March 1st to March 15th. Enjoy 40% off all factory seconds. Yes, they still have a lifetime guarantee. Inventory goes fast, so you will want to check them out now. If you haven't given GripSix a chance, now's the time to do it. Remember, when you buy GripSix, you are buying a bit of American strength and truly supporting American industry and ingenuity. So please visit gripsix.com/bill to see what I'm talking about. Okay, final thought of the program. Next week, I'll be on vacation. So I need it, and my staff needs it. It's a small staff, elite, but it's a hard job. We're in a no mistake zone here. You make a mistake, no. I made a mistake this week. It was tiny. I said to a writer, somebody who wrote me a letter from Saipan, that it was American territory. It is not. It's Japanese territory. We have a big base there. U.S. has a base at Saipan. But I knew I made the mistake when I said, no. I was thinking of a Samoa. That's American territory in the Pacific. So we are a no mistake zone. That means that everybody has to work extra hard. People get tired. I'm a little tired. I'm going down to Florida. I got stuff to do down there. I'll report back when a week from Monday when I come back. Now, next week on the 1st and on the radio and all the people who distribute the No Spin News, we have a lot of good stuff. It's just because I'm not here, we have excellent stuff that you'll like. And so we hope you check back in. We particularly hope that you premium concierge members re-up and spread the word. The Team Normal, we want to get a big squad here for summer and have everybody in the country wearing this gear. It's going to be a lot of fun. We need some fun. We're polarized, okay, yes, but this is fun. We're on Team Normal. And here's the thing. When you wear the shirt or the hat, people are going to stop you and say, what's Team Normal? So I get mails, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to get the country back on track? Well, you say, look, this is Team Normal. We love our country. We think it's noble. We want to improve it in a constructive way. And we watch the No Spin News. We watch OReilly. Okay, that's Team Normal. So you'll be able to engage, I'm telling you, and you'll have a lot of fun. You'll have some laughs. Now, the Team Crazy members may not like it, but blank them, right? Okay. we're on the momentum here. We're on the march. So we hope you consider that as well. I will have a column on Sunday noon, and we will see you in about 10 days. All right. Thanks for watching and listening. We really love you guys. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.